and soul. I fell in love with you, heart and soul, the way a fool would do madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night, heart and soul. I begged to be adored, lost control, and tumbled overboard gladly. That magic night we kissed.
I'm really attached to the 30s. I sort of feel like I was there whenever I hear that music. I'm serious. Chloe laughs at me in the background while I'm saying this. I really love Jerome Kern, one of my favorite composers of all time. And I'm just, I think, really attached to music from, especially music written in the 30s. I love Gershwin and Cole Porter, but Jerome Kern probably my number one guy.
It's a very interesting era I grew up in. I grew up at the end of the big band era and the beginning of rock and roll. So I listened to both, all the big bands, Dorsey and Benny Goodman, and then Elvis Presley and all those guys.
What part do you think it played in your upbringing?
A lot. I came from a very musical family. We're always doing music, and my mother was a singer, my father played the drums, my brother played the piano, and my sister was a singer, so we were always making music, and it's part of our lives.
How do you think music has impacted your life so far?
Music in my life a lot.
A lot.
Because like I've been singing since I was little, and like when I came to Clinton, music became a big part of who I was and what I did here, and like the friends I made and the teachers I liked, and I don't know, helped shape who I was, like what I listened to and stuff.
So Bennett is 16 months old, and he's my wife Liz and I's first child, and he, even before he was born, we were putting thought into what kind of music we wanted him to listen to. So, you know, we would play certain music, and Liz would always be intentional about what music she would listen to in the car, trying to expose him to certain things before he was even born. And I have no idea if that has an effect or not. Like, you want to believe that it does. But what's so interesting now is that he has an obsession with music that I've never seen before. So Liz and I are both huge music fans of all different kinds and go to concerts and all sorts of things. And he just, even any music, like transition music on a television show that's playing in the background while he's playing in the living room, will make him stop in his tracks and just turn and watch or even dance. And we were at the track meet not too long ago watching a couple of the other guys from the house, and Bennett and I were there, and I had music playing on my phone, and he's dancing around, and people are walking by just looking at him, and he's looking at them like, why would you not be dancing? There's music being played. This is really weird of you. And I love that. I think that that's great, and I hope that that's something that we can continue in his life. And I mean, even in times when he's in 100% meltdown, if the right song comes on, he snaps right out of it. It's amazing. And some of the times the songs have been fairly consistent, which is funny, and certainly not things that we would necessarily predict. All Together Now by the Beatles was one of the first ones, which was really great and made us happy that a Beatles tune would make him happy. So, but there have been others that have been funny and interesting and weird. And so it's been great. And we're actually going to take him to probably a handful of concerts this summer if all goes well. We've gotten some lawn tickets to concerts and scenes that we feel like would be conducive to him enjoying himself and being able to be exposed to live music, because that's something that Liz and I really, really love.
Osheaga Music Festival. That was the best weekend of my life.
Yeah, I've seen a few. I've been to Matt and Kim, and I've seen Passion Pit, but other than that, not many.
Do you have a favorite one?
Passion Pit was a lot of fun, but the music was like okay, but it was more the experience than anything. That was really great.
I love the Dave Matthews Band. I've been going to their concerts since I graduated from high school.
When I was a very young child, when we lived in San Francisco, my brother listened to the Beatles. That's the first thing that I remember. And the Beatles did a concert right around the corner from where we lived at the time. And we could hear the screaming at our house.
My dad introduced me to AC/DC and Pink Floyd.
From my mom, really, if anyone, and I guess that would probably be Billy Joel, because she absolutely loves Billy Joel, which has gotten me almost to the point where I can't even listen to him anymore because it's all I can hear. So.
Well, when I was a kid, my two favorite bands, and this probably won't mean much to you, but it's kind of funny, were Huey Lewis and the News and Motley Crue, which are totally not similar at all. I still actually appreciate both, and they were both bands that my dad liked. My mom wasn't a big music listener per se. My mom and my stepdad like country music, which is not my jam. But I remember very vividly riding around in the car with my mom and listening to the oldies station. And at the time, oldies were 50s and 60s music primarily, which is crazy to me now because when I turn on oldies now, it's like music I listened to when I was a kid, which is super weird. But nonetheless, I love like 50s and 60s music because of that, listening to it with my mom and singing along. So it was fun.
Okay, the song I have in my mind right now is Count on Me by Bruno Mars because I'm singing it today for someone, so.
Doses and Mimosas by Cherub.
Is there any reason?
I'm having a good time. That song reminds me of something.
Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
Human Sadness by Julian Casablancas and the Voids.
Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith.
Any reason?
Because it reminds me of summer and it's a pretty day out.
I would play Run for Those Hills, Babe by Tom Rosenthal because that's like my favorite song in the world.
What's that Pearl Jam song, Yellow?
Yellow Ledbetter?
Yellow Ledbetter by Pearl Jam. That's what I'd play for.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking a lot about this song that's going to sound really trite to you guys, but it was a song I really struggled singing when I was in a show, when I was in a Stephen Sondheim show a long time ago. And there's this the tritest Stephen Sondheim song ever called Send in the Clowns. Does anybody know that song? No. It was the only Stephen Sondheim song, I'm serious, that ever became popular. And Judy Collins sang it. And it was one of those songs that after a while everyone hated it. But when I sang it in the show, I didn't understand what it was about. And the director tried to explain it to me because I wasn't singing it well. And she said, I think we really need to talk about, obviously what the song is about. And I still, for many years, I still didn't get it. And now I get it.
What's it about?
It's actually about people who are in relationship, doesn't matter what kind, it could be a mother, child, or a, marriage or whatever it is, who are missing each other, so who are sort of start out together, but then one person kind of goes this way and the other person goes this way. And by the time this person is ready to come back this way, this person has gone that way.
Yeah.
That's what the song is about. Because I think a lot of relationships sort of don't gel, don't crystallize in the same moment. And so it's sort of about trying to find that moment where the relationship actually crystallizes, and it's really hard to do. Yeah.